Overexploited. They're overexploited.
Good evening, it is 19 hours 20 in Guyana and right across the Eastern Caribbean. Welcome to the Friday edition of the Lall Show. Of course, right here on Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM. As usual, I'm happy to be joined by the publisher of the Kaieteur News and, of course, the man of the hour, Mr. Lall, of which he will make his presentation tonight, and after which we will take your questions or any other concerns you may have as it relates to national interests. So over to you, Mr. Lall. It is 19 hours 20 in Guyana and right across the Eastern Caribbean. Welcome to the Friday edition of the Lall Show.
Remember, it's Friday night and I still love all of you. Today, our Vice President had a press conference in over 2.5 hours. And he spoke of a few things, but I can't help telling you guys the most important thing he didn't touch. He just smiled away and glossed over it like if it's nothing. Remember, I keep asking you guys, asking them the question, what's the interest rate we are paying on that loan we have out there? He didn't say much on it. A matter of fact, he says he knows it's important, but he doesn't know if Exxon is taking out money for that. You know, I wanted to tell you guys that thing at the last, but it's on my mind since I heard that. I just couldn't hold back that. But I'm going to tell you down in the program as to what he talked about and how he talked about this interest rate. You know, the topic I want to talk about tonight is these gold contracts that I promised to continue today. Before I get there, I just want you guys to know that these oil contracts can be changed and changed in one day. I can help do that. I can do it in less than a day if I am given the chance or the opportunity to make that contribution. So I just let you guys know that up front and let you know that the only thing worse than being blind is have sight with no vision. The only thing worse than being blind is have sight with no vision. Like I said many times before, we are in trouble. We are in great danger, but all is not lost. All is not lost. All can be corrected so that we can live a better and happier life in this country. Just remember me for this and this alone. All is not lost. All can be corrected, and we can have a better life in this country. I don't want you to remember Lall for nothing else but that. Change has to come. I know so. I am feeling it deep within my soul. We got to let all of them know it's not their children alone have to eat, but ours have mouths too. And we should get a fair share because this wealth is ours, not them. Exxon said they will not take out the $30 flaring penalty. I smiled. I had to smile, and I am smiling. Thanks to Kaieteur News reporting, we save Guyana a few bucks there. So you guys see, change is beginning to come. We had reported that all penalties on the oil companies is recoverable via the provision in the contract that says they can recover it. I am happy. You see, changes began. Hadn't the Kaieteur News exposed and tell you guys that Guyana paying the penalty through we share of our oil, them would have never come out and say, Exxon will foot the bill. So I give my reporters a tap on the shoulder today for that. Let me say good night to all of you and thanks for listening. Tonight, I want to get straight down into business where we left off Wednesday. Them come here with one proposal to butter we bread, make us rich. Instead, they're taking the bread away, leaving us breadless and breathless in the name of investments and developments. Yes, they intrude on our wealth to take away the very little you making for themselves. You hear that? They're taking away the very little from you for themselves by not paying any duties, little or nothing in royalties, give our people little work, and walk away with everything, while our leaders breaking our backs for a whole penny out of the half cent you're working for. What a Guyana. Beautiful Guyana this is, with beautiful leaders. Guys, when Aurora Gold Mine came, they promised massive investments and developments, jobs and so on, and all the shining stars for Guyana. Them get huge, rich mining land from our leaders for $1,000 per acre per year. They get duty-free taxes on everything, included fuel. They get from the heavens to the earth, all in tax breaks and tax waivers. And as soon as they get that contract signed, man, they began seeing heaven, and now Guyana seeing hell. Let me repeat that. As soon as they get a contract in their hands, them start seeing heaven while me and you seeing hell. Yes, they're burning fire in me behind. When I'm done with we, if these provisions in the contract don't change, my fellow Guyanese, brothers and sisters, we will eat the thing that has come out wrong from the behind of them donkeys. I guess you're laughing. Don't laugh. This is a free-for-all country. Lall is saying so. And please trust me on it. Not with what I have seen in this contract. What I'm about to tell all of you. Guys, it is sickening what's in this contract. The Aurora contract is taking away our bread out of our mouths, all in the name of investments and developments. Where is the investments, may I ask? They came here, get we gold lands under the pretext or the disguise of doing underground mining. Instead, them turn around doing local mining. You hear that? Hire a few local contractors with their trucks, bulldozers, excavators, with a few Guyanese workers, and start doing normal mining like everybody else. Like me and you, if you're in the gold mining business. Making money with no investments whatsoever. Just using the duty-free letters in their hands to make money. This is the way we leaders doing business with foreigners and our wealth, our gold, our diamond. This is how they do business. The foreigners start up their operation in the back dam using the duty-free diesel and gasoline. What the government give them to dig out our gold and diamonds. You hear that? They bring in no money into the country, and that is investment and development according to Robert Passad them, who signed that contract. Yes. You see? Them start up the gold operation with our local people, making them happy. After a couple mornings, our contractors went and buy up more machineries and equipment to work along with them. Yes, bhai, we gonna make a lot of money working with these foreigners. As soon as these foreigners began to make cash, them kick out all the local contractors plus the workers, then start bringing in their own machineries and equipment duty-free. With the profits they make with our gold, and kick out all our local people, leaving them with all the bank loans to pay, with no work for their equipment and machineries. Now you tell me, if this is fair to our local contractors and our local workers, Mr. Foreigners, Mr. Aurora, tell us. And as these foreigners continue to milk Guyana, making billions on our gold and diamonds resources and all the other minerals, they use the same money to bring more and more equipment and machineries duty-free and tax-free to enlarge their mining operation. You hear me? You see the game that we're playing out here? Yeah. That is investment. That is the billions, what the government say these people gonna bring in American dollars, all in the name of investment and development. Yep. This is how them running our business. This is how they're running the affairs of this country with our wealth. We own people doing that same thing, but them can't get no benefits. No duty free, no tax waivers, no tax breaks, no duty free fuel. This is what they're bringing in these foreigners to do with all those things. The same thing what me and you or our brothers and sisters can do. But we are not giving that. We are not getting that kind of treatment. When I'm done with us, we will be wealthless, with our arms and mouth open wide for them to spit in. what you can get. I'll tell you just now. Please continue listening. Please open this water. This is what our leaders call investments and developments, Guyana, with our resources. Yes, yours and mine. Now, they have the Chinese company called Sino Hydro. You hear the name? Sino Hydro. Them telling us through the company name, you will see no hydro. Brothers and sisters, look around. Hydro or hernia is all over. Just check. Check around, you're going to see hernia all over. Men walking around with it already. All in the streets without clothes on. You know, perception and context in life is everything. How you see things. If you look at it from the wrong point of view, you're going to get conned. But if you look at it in the right perspective, you can see the con coming straight in your face. You can't miss it. We might miss some of the things when we're not focusing. But after a while, we just get to know the devils we're dealing with. What I have seen, brothers and sisters, in the Aurora contract convinces me that these people had a plan from the beginning to exploit Guyana and rob us all blindly. Let me begin by telling you a damning part of this contract that proves this was a devious plan cooked up before they even come here. This was in their hearts what they will do to us. Every single one of us. You know, when you just set about to rob someone, the first thing you just do is suss them out. Find out their weaknesses and their strengths. For see how stupid they are. But most importantly, you just look to cover your tracks for getaway after you commit the crime. Anybody about to do a crime does have a getaway car to escape. Well, well, Guyanese, well, brothers and sisters, the confidentiality clause in the contract is a getaway plane, not a car for Aurora Gold Mine. No, it's not a getaway car. It's an escape plane for that company. Let me tell you about the confidentiality clause in the contract. This is exactly what is in the contract. And allow me to read it for you. The parties shall demand to be, let me go back, I'm reading. The parties shall be deemed to be joint owners of all information. The parties shall treat all such information as confidential and shall not disclose any such information to third parties. During the term of this agreement for a period of 2 years thereafter without the prior written consent of the other party. You hear those words? It means the two of them who signed the contract, meaning the government and the company, must keep it secret between them alone. No other body must ever see it. You must not discuss it or tell anybody about it. It is confidential and secret. Only the two y'all must know about it. And here the ugliest part of it. Them say you can only talk about it 2 years after them fly out the country. Wow. Wow. And when you fly out the country, you must also get written permission from the other party to talk or to disclose anything y'all been doing during those years. Let me repeat, man. 2 years after them left the country, you must get written permission from them if you want to talk. You hear that confidentiality clause there?
This don't belong
Yes.
to them because the guys will don't deserve
Yes.
anything.
By that time, the damage done, and the Guyanese people don't even remember who been here and what they did. How much they carry away. The damage them done, much less what them give us. Guys, that is in the contract we signed. Yes. Our government, our leaders signed that contract. That is like a man marry a woman and tell she, as long as we are married, you can't talk with business with anybody else. And if you want to talk, he must give the approval in writing. Even if he beats you morning, noon, and night, she cannot complain. She cannot go to the police station. And not only during the marriage, he make the woman sign the marriage paper to say, 2 years after a divorce, she is allowed to talk, but still have to get his permission to speak in writing. She gone dead with the injuries she get from him over the years of marriage. And she can't give a talk. Guys, if a man make you sign to something like that, what is his intention? Tell me, what's his intention? Huh? This camp is set about to beat the daylight out of you. And do you? What you feel like, do you? Not true, man? Yeah. This is what Robert Passad them married Guyana to. But them don't get the beating. Them just get brown paper bags in them office with chocolates.
Read between the lines.
You know what I mean. Yes, read between the lines. You is the one who getting the beating in your pension package, in your NIS benefits, in your salaries. You getting the pothole roads you're driving on. You getting it when you can't buy a tin of milk or a pack of Pampers for your children, or put biscuits in all your children's lunch kit to go to school. That is what is going on in these contracts, brothers and sisters. That is why it is so secret and no one wants to talk or release it to us. You see why the Creator sent me this contract? So all of we can see what the leader is doing with we and our wealth, with our livelihoods. Thank you again, Father. The confidentiality clause is a cannery, the cannery plan we leaders sign, putting us into that death trap. Man, guys, these things have to change. And like I said, I am beginning to feel changes in this land. I am tasting it, I am eating it, I am feeling it. We have to get change. Like I said earlier, I can change this contract in one day. Have I made myself clear, guys?
Yes.
Have I made myself clear
Yes.
about the plan these foreigners plan before they come into Guyana?
Yes.
Thank you. They blindfold the leaders who turn around and lead us blindly in the dark. This is Guyana.
Beautiful Guyana.
Beautiful Guyana. I think my next profession will be a singer. So now let me move on to another section of the contract. Even before them foreigners come with a proposal, them done suss out your land and know exactly where the goal is and how much it got. Then make a proposal to we leaders with all kind of fancy and sweet promises. How much billions in American dollars them would bring to invest. Them does even project how much gold them will give Guyana years in advance. When I saw that thing, I just got to smile and just grin sometimes. How much they're gonna give we? Them gonna tell me how much jobs they're gonna create. I think it's them who instill in our leaders this sentence: jobs. That's the only thing you hear from our leaders' mouth. Jobs. How much jobs they will create. That's what they tell them. Then the contract sign up with all the sweet promises, deals, and also maybe with a big brown paper bag. Read through the lines, brothers and sisters. Hear the trick of this whole scheme. Let me repeat what I said earlier. Once they get a contract signed, them hire a couple trucks, excavator, bulldozers, and a crusher for the gold. Then them set up camp and start right away. Them forget, listen this carefully, them forget and our leaders forget about the underground mining for which they came here and get that contract. They forget that. Yeah. That's a plot. The tactics them use to get in we gold yard. Or like men that say for get in the backyard. Boy, Guyana gonna get rich overnight. With this modernized underground gold mining, they come and tell us with big news in the newspapers. Man, shining star.
Be rich.
We gonna become richer than
Little Dubai.
Lil Dubai, yeah. So now you gotta hear about the royalty promised in the contract. This one is sweet. You guys know royalty is the meat of our product, of anybody's product. This is the heart of a business. Your pocket. This is where you have to really benefit from the thing you own. When you do a business with somebody, with your own product, your own wealth, you must make money. Not true, man? Yes, you must make money. You just got to come out smiling and shining. You must be able to sling fat gold chain and diamond rings to show off your wealth, to show that you're wealthy and rich. People who renting gold lands in there and paying royalties, just be slinging gold chain to show people, and they may know nothing. You understand? They may know nothing. That's how people behave. There's be living in mansions. Yeah. We should be driving Mercedes Benz, living like kings and queens. from a deal with anybody, man, because it's your wealth. Not true?
Yes.
Yeah, man. Instead, the contract for Robert them signed for Aurora Gold Mine have gold people. The gold people them living like kings and queens, driving the Mercedes-Benz, BMW, and Lexus. Them drinking the champagne and fine wine. Them eating the chicken and prawns. Them eating the fish and steak. And the Guyanese people is left to collect the gravy, the lele, the left. Them can't even eat a new drive-in or a new restaurant for Sarvan open on the East Bank. Them can't go to Marriott or Pegasus. Them can't go to them high-class places. Them can't drink the best. And the money, them decide for throw we in royalty. You can't barely buy you can't even buy a pack of Pampers or a tin of milk. Can you believe that? That is what we are getting. I'm going to tell you. Listen carefully. That is what they're throwing at us. You can't even afford the cheapest Chinese food in this country. The Aurora Gold Mine royalty, our leaders agreed to. Brothers and sisters, fellow citizens of this country, will continue to have us, our brothers and sisters, driving donkey carts and riding bicycles for life if this thing doesn't change. Kaieteur News said the gold company decides what royalty Guyana gets. You hear that? We reported what royalty Guyana gets and who decides to give us the gold company. The people them respond and them didn't deny it. All them say is that them payments up to date with Guyana. Hear that? Them payments up to date. Is what payments they up to date with. Hear what the contract say, man. I in a good mood. Tonight is Friday. And I got to run away to take a little thing. I am going to quote, I'm going to read again. The applicable gold royalty shall be determined in accordance with the following. The percentage of royalty is 5% and 8%. You hear that? 5% and 8%. It says 5% is when you sell the gold at $8,000 or less. And 8% is when you sell the gold for any amount over $1,001. Oh my gosh. Oh no. The contract specifies that the company pays royalty only on the price them sell the gold at. You hear that? Let me repeat it, man. The contract specifies that the company pays royalty only on the price them sell the gold for. It does not have to be the world market price. Guys, that is in the contract. You hear that? That is in the contract. Listen, man. Y'all understand what that thing mean? You guys really understand what I just read there? Well, this is not robbery. This is like we invite these people to come here, pick up the gold and galang with it. Take it, man, take it. And throw whatever y'all want to throw at Guyana on us. And we have to accept it. That is what those words mean. This is the contract that our leaders them sign. They can come, pick up our gold, go along with it, and whatever they throw at you, you got to take. That is what that contract says there. Listen, people, our local gold miners. Listen, people, carefully. Our local gold miners have to take their gold to the gold board and sell them at the world market price. And the gold board take out their full 5%, some 7%, some 8% royalties on the world market price. You hear that? Them sell your gold at the world market price, then them take out them royalty from we brothers and sisters.
Royalty plus tax also, delivery taxes.
On top of that, those miners, our local brothers and sisters, got to go to GRA and pay their fair share of taxes on the business them doing. But here how we get royalty from the Aurora gold mine people. And I guess, all the rest of the foreign companies. I am not certain of the rest. I am certain on this one I'm talking about. Aurora gold mine that I just read out there. I am certain on this one. Listen carefully. Them don't have to carry their gold to the gold board for we to take out our 5% on the world market price. No. Let me repeat it so you understand clearly. Them don't have to carry their gold to our gold board so that our gold board can sell it at the world market price and take out we 5% or the 8% on the world market price. No. They are allowed, listen to this craziness, they are allowed to sell them gold to anybody. Even them family, them daddy, they can sell it to for whatever price. It don't have to be the world market price. The world market price is $1,800 now. And a little over. That's the price today. Them can sell it for $500 an ounce. And then pay Guyana 5% on that $500. Are you understand what's playing out here, guys?
Only in Guyana.
If this is not insanity, I don't know what is. I really don't know what is. Them can sell it to them daddy for $500 an ounce, then pay Guyana we 5% on the 500 US. Let me repeat that, man. Them can sell gold to them uncle or them auntie or them daddy for $100 an ounce and pay Guyana 5% of that $100 when we people got pay 5% on 1,800 American dollar on the world market price. You hear that? Let me do the maths for you, man. If we get 5% on the 1,800 Guyana is entitled to $90 on every ounce. That's 18,000 Guyana dollar on every ounce we brother and sister sell here. And if the foreigner AGM sell for 100 Guyana dollar, Guyana gets $5. That is 1,000 Guyana dollar per ounce. When me and you, our brothers and sisters paying $18,000 an ounce, the foreigner is allowed to pay whatever, $1,000 per ounce. Are you hear what go along in this land? Guys? Yes. That is business for our leaders. Man, this is how you sign contract. This is the plan to develop Guyana. Yeah. This is how Guyana going to develop. Robert Passad, them signed that contract. And Sam Hines, the Honorable Sam Hines, defending it. He got a letter in today's newspaper. Them get a land for 1,000 Guyana dollar an acre. Them get duty free. Them get duty free tax. Them only paying 10% on fuel. Them allowed to pay what they want in royalties, while we brothers and sisters gotta pay we fair share. Guyanese. Guyanese who doing the same business have to pay all their taxes. Pay all three. They have to pay all and 3.5 times more for the diesel and the gasoline. You hear that? What the foreigner get duty free on. Them gotta pay the full royalties and taxes. These are the kind of leaders we have in this country. The financial gurus. These business people running this country. These people can't see nothing wrong with that. What a Guyana this is, eh? Beautiful Guyana. As of tonight, I am not a Guyanese. I go into Canada and come back as a Canadian. I go in and do what Michael Jackson do. I go in and bleach my skin for come back with another color and going in to them government offices with a brown paper bag in my hand to get the contract signed like what these foreigners getting. That's what I'm doing. So next week you have no program to get. I'll continue this program on this contract Monday, and then I'll leave Tuesday. I'm going to give up this news business, man. I'm going to give it up. Wow. Let's move on. I'm getting thirsty and I'm getting hungry. I'm getting a little headache too with this thing. The contract has more to talk about, because remember they said they come to do underground mining. They say how them is the best in the world to do underground. The royalty part of this large scale underground mining, what the region never see before, got another kick in it. The contract got a special provision that is tricky and more dangerous. Hear what I say. If the feasibility study show that they wouldn't be able to sustain this modernized underground gold digging, gold mining they're getting into, if it can't sustain it, then the government got to flex with them and don't charge them any extra 3% that they promised to pay on the 5%. You hear that? This massive underground mining, what I said the region never see, they must say, if the study show that, the business ain't gonna make it, them can't pay no more than the 5%. They promised to pay 3% more. This massive thing, this billions of American dollars they come and invest in. You understand? So basically, it means them could keep selling gold. If they do get into this large scale underground mining, under the same agreement for royalty and keep flinging pennies at we. You understand? So if they start doing this large thing, it's the same arrangement. Them can sell the gold for $2 and give you 5% on that $2. This is the kind of contracts our leaders sign on to. People, Guyanese, brothers and sisters, please. I have been in the news business for over 27 years now, and I have seen corruption, thievery, and crime of all magnitude. But what is being revealed of lately in this land, it's not mind-boggling, to say the least. It is heartbreaking, unthinkable, unimaginable. The betrayal of our livelihoods by our leaders. This is investment? Is this development? Guys, it's development, yes. Development for who? Guyana or the foreign companies? Huh? This is development for the foreign companies. And maybe some of our leaders who are proud to defend this contract, like Sam Hines. He said, he called this foreign direct investment. And the man went on to say that we lucky, forget what we get, and we must take it.
Lucky to get one.
Yes. Honorable Sam Hines says so in the papers. He write a letter in today's paper saying how they take years to standardize and bring back people to Guyana for invest. And how Aurora paying a standard, he's proud to say Guyana's paying a standard $1,000 rent for we land. And how we mustn't complain about getting crumbs. You hear that? The man said so.
I got it better.
So I asked him to tell the Guyanese people, if he believed that Guyana getting crumbs, not getting crumbs, he should show us any contract in the world that is worse than Guyana Exxon deal and the Aurora gold contract. For now, just for now, show us. I would like to thank him. I'd like to thank him, former President Hines, for confirming what the newspaper has been saying is accurate about the $1,000. Guyana getting a rent for our rich land, gold and diamond land, for $1,000. I thank you for confirming that. You know, I wanted you to talk about the interest rate, but you didn't say nothing about it. Well, let me tell him to say that it is the standard rate to operate in Guyana with the people's wealth, sir, is an insult to our intelligence. I hate to think you are a leader running the affairs of this nation in that fashion, especially in our mining sector. Guys, let me ask him, would you have run your business, your mining land, like this? Do you know of any Guyanese who rents mining land for 1,000 Guyana dollar per acre per year and accept the conditions in the 5% what Aurora get? I'll give you $1 million, Mr. Hines, in your pocket to go on a vacation if you can show me a Guyanese that run business the way like you said. Man, seeing that you were so kind and forthcoming, could you comment on the royalty rates and the way it is being paid to us from that same company, Aurora Gold Mines? Would you care to do that, Mr. Hines? You care to shed some light in another letter, or come on the radio with me and let's have a frank discussion. My invitation is open, and I would like to thank you and any other leader in advance for coming and defend the AGM contract. You don't have to come in the studio. You can call the phone and let's have this discussion in the open. Let me repeat. I must report this latest development tonight. It would be too late for Monday. Our Vice President Jagdeo held a press conference today and talked for over 2.5 hours. It is the second press conference he had since they went back into power. The first press conference, let me remind you, when he was asked about the Kaieteur and Kanji oil blocks giveaway, he said he saw no corruption in the giving away of our oil blocks. That was his words. He said he saw no corruption. Today he held a press conference, the second one, and talked about COVID-19. He talked about the EPA, how they will keep, he will try to get them to keep with international norms. He spoke about sugar and how the people are getting jobs. He talked about 14 billion housing contracts. He spoke about fuel smuggling. And of course, the blame game does always go on and off, on and off. He blamed APNU for many things. He talked about Ben, who sell out our land, but people who buy, the government will settle with them. Yeah? He talked about Winston Jordan, the financial guru under the coalition, transfer hundreds of acres of land. He said how David Granger, the former president, will be remembered for trying to steal the elections. He talked about the little money Norway, they promised, forgive me, and the previous government did nothing about it. He talked about the deplorable health care facility and with expired drugs, what they come in and get. The 10 million US dollar, what he said they're getting expired drugs, they found out. Then he talked about his scholarship program. He said they're going to pass a bill for imprison anybody who tried to steal elections. This guy talk, and he said nothing about these contracts they signed on to. Nothing, not a word. On our oil sector, he said how government going to put laws to protect Guyanese to get little work in the oil sector. How they're going to get landscaping, gardening, cooking, and some trucking. But he did not. When the law, no, let me repeat this thing, man. He did not say when the law will come out. You hear that? He said he's going to put law in place to safeguard jobs with the oil sector. But he didn't say when this law will come into effect. And the most important thing, the biggest thing that is on everybody's mind as a Guyanese, the interest rate in which I ask him, the president, Mr. Harman, and all of them for, in which he promised to get back to me on. Hear what he said at the press conference today. In passing only. This is his words. Is that it is crucial. But he don't know if Exxon made any claim to recover the money. Let me repeat what the man said. Is that it's crucial. But he don't know if Exxon made any claim to recover the money. Can anybody understand what this man telling us there? You understand what this man saying?
No, you don't understand.
Huh? Well, I am yet to understand that. I don't know if he studied the line and tried to memorize the line to talk, but that is all the man talk about on this mega 20 billion American dollar loan we got sitting out there on Lisa 1, 2, and 3. This vice president who heads the oil sector is treating this thing, the most important thing of this country, ladies and gentlemen, in which we are paying more than we budget money in interest rate alone. This man is telling us is that it is crucial, but he don't know if Exxon claiming to recover the money. Man, this is not monkey business. Guys, this is not monkey business. We borrowing money, 100 billion Guyana dollar in the 2021 budget to pay salaries and pension and feed ourselves, and paying and giving away in interest rate alone more than the entire budget. Our entire budget is 1.5 billion American dollars. We giving away 2 billion American dollars in interest alone. And this man ain't telling us anything. Like if we don't have to pay anything. Are you understanding? This man heading the oil sector of this land. If he doesn't know that, what can he tell us about the oil they're pumping up every day? Guyana, I need help. I need help. You guys need help. If you want a better life, you guys got to open your mouths. That is all this man said. That is crucial, but he don't know if Exxon claiming to recover it. So wait, Exxon gave you $20 billion out there, American dollars. What I said, I borrow from the bank. Oh, the bank give them the money free, man. Maybe I gotta go look for the bank. Let me go look for the bank, man. We need 20 billion. If I get $20 billion, we don't need them oil companies here. All of we go in and open up oil business out there. Guys, we gotta do something about this. This is iPass. This is not even a donkey in this land should accept answers like that from a vice president of a country who heading our oil sector. If not, guys, if I stay quiet, we all gonna see we graveyard before we dead. Could you take some calls, please? Man, this is unthinkable, man.
Sure, no problem. Let me just
It
remind
is unbearable what's going on in
He
this
doesn't
land.
know. He doesn't know, he doesn't want to tell us.
Huh?
He doesn't know, he doesn't want to tell us.
They're afraid to tell us.
Okay.
Because the nation will see what is going on within this oil sector. They're raping this country.
Yes, because we get $267 million and we pay $2 billion a year.
They are raping this country and its people morning, noon, and night with their silence. All they're talking about is blaming Apnew blaming this one, and this one blaming that one. This is the blame game they have been going on with for the last 30 years and doing everything in secret behind every one of us backs. This is why the country can't move and go anywhere. They have sold out this land.
That is why your brothers and sisters will be robbing us, robbing one another, killing one another just to eat.
Exactly. Crime crime will escalate, my friends.
If they get it,
It's not the right thing to say, but it will escalate because when people can't eat, you hear me? When people can't send their children with biscuits in their lunch kit, they will have to thief.
exactly.
They will have to thief.
If they're not getting their fair share with nation's wealth, then what are they supposed to do? How are they supposed to live?
That's right. When people can't pay their house rent with the salaries they're getting, when you can't feed your children, what you expect them to do? What you expect them to do? They will thief. Yes, they will thief. You understand? I said the only thing worse than being blind is have sight with no vision. And that's what we are seeing here. We are seeing that our leaders are seeing very well, but they have no vision.
Maybe their vision is different from the guys.
No, their vision is not different. They are seeing what they want to see. They are seeing what they want to see for themselves and their pockets. You understand? A man coming in your house, taking away your thing, and he deciding the price he paying you.
For your own
Man, for your own thing? Guys, what happened? The phone went off the hook.
Let me just remind persons that they can call us this evening on
Guys,
226-7453.
If you don't want to call, let me just say good night and sweet dreams. May God bless all of you, man.
and dream about it.
Until Monday, we'll talk again. I'll continue on this topic. But I'll allow the phone calls to get going if you got.
Caller, good evening to you. Welcome to the Glenn Lall Show. Oh, we lost that caller. 226-7453 and 226-7454. Caller, good evening to you. Caller, are you there?
Hello?
Hi,
Yes.
good evening to you.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
I'm just trying to get something clear in what the brother just said there.
Go ahead.
Is he saying that in the contract it's stated that the price there, if they sell at $1,001, they'll have to pay 5%.
5%.
Yeah, and if they sell above that,
8%.
8%.
Yeah.
Then again, I heard him say also that they could sell at anything.
Yes.
How they could sell at anything if the contract says
Well, that's the point. You think they will ever go over $1,001? No. If I got options,
Well, sir, you said they have a price that is fixed in the contract.
no.
And if you have a price that is fixed in the contract, I don't think they could go and sell at 100 US as you said and 500 and them things.
No. No.
In the contract.
Hold, please. Hold. There's
I listen to you on the radio.
All right.
Okay, thank
I
you.
wanted you to stay online, man. No, there is no fixed selling price. Okay? These people can sell at whatever price they want to sell for. They don't have to sell for the world market price. And whatever price they sell for, that is what they pay the royalties on.
Nobody monetizes.
Okay? So they can sell for $100. They can sell for $200. That is what they will pay the royalty on. Because there's a gap between the 1,000 ounce and the 1,001 ounce. If you sell over 1,001 ounce, then you can pay 8%. Now, if I had the option, you think I selling any gold above $1,001? No, I want to pay 5%. And better yet, I have more options not to sell it $1,001. I could sell it for $2 because the contract specify that. It says $1,001 up to $1,001, you pay 5%. It didn't say 1,001. It said up to, meaning you can sell for $2. That is what the contract says in writing. I read it for myself, and I think I understand contracts very well. Because as a businessman, I like to read the fine lines. Thank you.
Caller, good evening to you. Welcome to the Glenn Lall Show.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
I just want to ask, first let me make this point. I support Kaieteur News in everything from A to Z, representing the welfare. I said the welfare of the Guyanese people.
Thank you.
I'm wondering to know, where is these other small parties? Where is the guardians of democracy? Where are these people now?
Stay on line. Stay on the line. I answered the question many times, man. You didn't listen to it. What they did, they have all these small parties in their pockets. They have them in various agencies and government corporations, sitting in high chairs.
What are their actors?
So the people gotta live, you know. They gotta get a salary when the day comes. So they will close their eyes. Just like how all the politicians closing their eyes. Once their pocket is filled and money is coming in their pockets every month or every year, whether you're in or out of government, you're not saying anything. That's the reason why that's the reason why I've asked this question to all the politicians. And my job, my duty is to tell all of you. They have not answered back me on that question. You understand? They don't want us to know.
Yes, but these people have a conscience, like old people that say cockroach eat out in conscience or something?
Well,
What's going to happen next 5 years? I mean, these small parties, they are missing glorious opportunity to make inroads. Remember, you went to the people with something, like Mr. Jagdeo when he was in opposition. He said to Granger, he said to them then that they are willing to support them to renegotiate any contract.
Your
He
guess,
said that I have the date and everything. I post it on Facebook for show them, for remind him. I heard he and Irfan Ali said they will renegotiate not only airline, all contracts.
I hear you, bro. I hear you.
So what happened now?
Your guess is just as good as mine. I can't.
But I would support you guys in anything you got, and anytime I see you think from Facebook, I just share it.
Thank
I
you,
want
brother.
to make a suggestion is that if somebody from the office could create something, you know, like how we just put how they got this COVID thing, I take the COVID vaccine. If they can put that as we put it as a Facebook profile, something for renegotiation.
It's there.
Let me see what we can get out of it.
Yeah. Thanks. But you gotta share.
Thank you guys, and keep up the good work.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. I'm so happy that people, beginning to understand. Let me thank all those supporters and all those nice comments you people have been sending to me. I do appreciate it, and I need it. I need it to give me that boost, that little refreshing air. It's refreshing air, It helps. It helps me to smile too. Because it's tough. It's tough, living with all these things. I told you guys that I had staff who leave my company, not because of salary, not because they didn't love the work, but the stress, knowing all these things, what we discuss on a daily basis to present to Guyana. They couldn't take it. They said, no, brother, Glenn, I love you, I love the company, but I gotta go, I just can't handle it. It's very sickening and painful. This is why I could tell you guys that I have outgrown many of the pain, and the heart rendering emotions you get when you go through all these things, when you know all these things. All right, it's tough. You see, then the things you say, it's very difficult. I understand. It's difficult for people to ask you questions.
Yeah.
Right? Because I'm pretty much certain that you left them, dumbfounded right now. They're thinking in their mind, man, is Glenn Lall saying the right thing here? Is he being truthful? No. But they could go listen to the Vice President Jagdeo press conference today, this afternoon. Take the calls.
Caller, good evening to you.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Good night. I would like to ask a question.
Go ahead.
I am working goal. I used to work goal when I was in the 18 years.
Talk to me. Let's get going.
It's compulsory now. A person working goal, compulsory, they got to take the goal to the goal board, or could they sell it to any other business place in Georgetown here? And the next thing, any contract, I think, that have confidentiality clause, I think it could be terminated because the populace of Guyana, Guyanese populace, supposed to know about any contract where the wealth of this country is being signed. We're supposed to be notified.
Where is that written?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. The question you asked, if you guys can go and sell your gold to any gold buyer. No.
Only licensed gold buyer.
You can go to a licensed gold buyer. Yes, a licensed gold buyer, they'll give you a receipt and you pay, but you don't pay royalties on that.
Yes, they do. The licensed gold buyer have to collect the royalties
And forward it to the gold board.
Yes.
Yeah. But the foreigners, Aurora Gold Mine, does not have to go sell their gold to the gold board or any gold buyer. They could sell it to anybody. The contract is open and clear on that. So they could sell it to their sister or their brother for $2 and declare at the gold board, well, we sell $2 and they pay the 5% on the $2, which is 10 cents.
They actually they send all the gold to Canada anyhow, but nobody knows exactly where it goes. So all of the gold is sent to Canada. Our gold mines, nobody knows who goes and where it goes to.
No, well, now the Chinese took over.
Right, well, they sent to China now.
Caller, good evening to you.
Yes, I'm calling from Canada. I'd like to ask Mr. Garnal a question.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Caller, I don't want to disconnect you. Can you please lower the volume of your radio quickly before we continue this conversation?
Okay, thank you. Mr. Garnal.
Yes, sir.
First,
Don't cut you out.
Caller, please turn down.
Turn on your radio.
Your radio. Or the device you're listening to us from.
yes, I'm having some difficulty here.
Okay,
ahead,
take your time. Go ahead.
speak.
Take your time.
Yes, Mr. Lall, first I'd like to say that Guyana is, yes, I've noticed apathy in the Guyanese population.
That has been there all the time.
What he said?
He's apathy in Guyanese. That has been there all the time. You're only noticing it now.
Apathy. Okay.
Caller, are you there? Hello?
You're not hearing.
We're sorry, caller, but you can try back if you have better signal. We're going to go to the other call. Caller, good evening to you.
Hello?
Hi,
Yes,
good
sir.
evening to you, sir.
Hello, good night.
Good night.
Good night to you, sir.
Hi, am I after the Glen Lall
Yes,
show?
you are.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, I'm listening from in my car as usual. This is James. I would like to put this question here. What if we as Guyanese has done to the government, both of them, that make it sign away our wealth just so? What have we done? What we let both of them to pass to government? Who we have done to them?
You haven't given them wrong people back.
Sir, that's a question beyond my my intellect.
The way that they are treating us is like we have done them something. There's a person treat somebody that they hate. Not that
It's about greed, my friend. That's the only answer I can give you or give the Guyanese people.
When you hear things like this, it's startling and frightening. Yeah, I tell you, it's so scary that you have to know the people that you put and trust your livelihood to. Look what they're doing to us. Nobody cares. Nobody seems to care. Nobody has no love for the Guyanese people. When are we going to catch up ourselves?
It's greed, my friend.
Greed.
It's greed.
Greed, yeah, that's greed. I tell you, Glenn, this thing really started. I got my friend in the car and we listen to the program, and the more it says, the more angry. Very angry.
I get angry the same way.
You know what I mean? And I'm not speaking on the no race. I'm speaking on generalized Chinese people. Look who we got it in this country, champ, with all these resources and all this. Look how we have it. The gap between the have and the have, that is so white, it can't even break it. Eh? We put them there to make our life better, not to make things worse for us. What's really going on in this country?
I feel the same way every day you feel there, brother.
What's really going on in this country? When they're done, they're going to kill us in death. As if we done already in done in death. To the Chinese, now exact coming to do the what? Now the gold might come to do what they're going to really do to us.
And they are hiding the contracts, my brother.
And there's another thing I studied. If this contract was so good, this is the highest. Look, we signed this contract, and this is where we can benefit. But because the contracts in them so lousy, they can't reveal it. They cannot reveal it.
It's the darkness in the contract. It was signed in the dark.
Right now, it's dark days for us. It's doom and gloom. I'm looking in the tunnel and I can't see no light. I'm not seeing no light. The vice president of the Africa is talking about it. You hear the things he addressing? Jobs. You are addressing, we don't have no stuff out there for the aisle. Any aisle, people have nothing to come to us. You promise to go and revisit these contracts. Once all these promises, buddy.
And Lisa 4 coming. Lisa 4, they done their coming.
This is our empty words, and like we not catching up ourselves. We the people, we got the power. If we don't unite, they can keep doing this stuff. It's one thing I love what you're doing. As I keep saying, I love the idea you educating the people, and if they find it, if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't even know nothing. Right? But we got to take a stand as a people, buddy. We got to take a stand. Enough is enough.
I hear you, bro.
Enough is enough. And if you continue the program and listen up here.
Thank you. Thank you. See the man upset?
Yeah.
That's how Guyanese are.
Every single guy should be upset just like that, man. God, your wealth is being given away, and they do nothing about it. When are they going to wake up?
It's like I said, these people come in with all type of fancy proposals, telling you how you're going to be rich. They're only telling you how you're going to be rich. You understand? But the contract is not really giving us anything. The contract is signed here for them to rape us. You understand? What is going on in this country? Like I said, it's worse than kick down door bandits. If you have ever faced that type of situation, it is 10 times worse.
They do it in your face.
Yeah.
It's all in your face.
And they are doing it to your babies. Even your unborn babies will suffer this rape. Yeah. So it's terrible, man. It's not. And when you have a leader, when you have leaders like Joseph Harmon, you know, Vice President Jagdeo, President Ali, nobody responding to a simple question, a simple one question: how much interest rate is Guyana paying, brother? What is so wrong about that?
They don't want us to know.
We ain't even asked them if they put a cable out there from here to there. 14 He announced $14 billion on housing for roads. Out of that, they may thief out half. Okay? Which is $7 billion. Hold on, man. We only need $2 billion, less than $2 billion for put a cable from Georgetown to the oil ship to see every drop of oil as it comes up there. But they're not finding money for that.
Exxon is bringing their own one. They're bringing one to the headquarters at Oval.
We understand that, but that's our gate. That's our gateway. That's our safe. We don't need to use Exxon cable.
We can't use Exxon cable.
Or depend on Exxon will tell we, $2 billion, less than 10 million US. I've spoken to so many people, can run one in a couple of weeks there, from there to here, in which we can see everything that goes on there. But them chaps didn't say enough word about that. All they're talking about who costs who, and little mangrove here, and little mangrove. Man, this thing is sickening. I'm going to have a pleasant evening with a nice vodka, shot of vodka with coconut water, and I hope you guys sleep well. I love you all. See you on Monday, same time. Thanks.